Well, hello everybody and welcome to another episode in the Happy Travellers vlog. Well, I wanted to say today that we've been working today, doing a few little bits and pieces of work around the site, weeding, cutting trees back, stuff like that, you know, cutting grass and things. Anyway, over the last few days we've been thinking about getting the new motorhome. We're very excited. We're very tired. I think it's all the stress of getting ready and getting things prepared. When we were, well, we put the new awning up, which is where we are now. We're in the awning. It's quite warm. It's been rainy overnight, and that made Wendy very happy, because now the awning is properly waterproof. No water got in, apart from the little gap in the door that I left open, or somebody left open. I think it was probably me. A little bit of water came in then, but we've been thinking more and more about getting prepared for Jasmine Meyer and clearing stuff out, which you will have seen. Cleared a lot of stuff out. There's still more to do, but we thought we'd just buy some more stuff as well. Yeah. We must be crazy, I don't know, but we are sort of throwing things out. So the first thing we decided to do was, because we have a sort of really higgledy-piggledy sets of, well, cups, plates, knives, forks, spoons. Anyway, we thought, well, I thought that what I'd like would be to start off in the new motorhome with a new set of cups and plates. We didn't really have any bowls. Yeah, we started off in the Caravan sort of getting rid of all our stuff and not really transferring over any sets of things, so we ended up with higgledy-piggledy mess, and the bowls we had were those sort of little plastic sort of storage bowls, which you know, they work, certainly work, but they're not great, they're not nice. Anyway, been looking around for a while and seeking out a lot of advice, and the best thing, and we sort of already knew this, the best sort of travelling crockery you can buy is made from Corel. I don't know whether that's a substance or a brand name or whatever, but it's sort of a glass, so it's a bit like Pyrex, but it's coloured. Now, I decided that, well, we went through a lot. I like sort of square things. Wendy wanted a patterny thing, so we decided, after looking through a lot on Amazon, that we would like these type of things. Now you will see that it's sort of a square, so that's a sort of tea coffee mug, very nice. The mugs are made of porcelain. They're quite thick, nice to hold. We haven't drunk out of them yet because they've just arrived today. I have washed them and dried them up. The bowl is a square bowl, so you'll see that it says made of Corel. Yeah, made in the USA, and don't put it in a broiler or on a stove top. I think they're okay for microwaves though. It's sort of a glass thing. You might be able to hear that. Quite a nice feel to it. It feels quite a good quality. And we got two different sizes of plates. We've got one size here, which is the smaller square one. The bigger one is sort of that big around it. I didn't bring that out of the cupboard, but that, again, really nice feel to it. It's lightweight, strong, chip and break resistant, not smash proof but resistant. We do actually have 2 Corel plates, round ones with a red thing around, with red lines around, quite nice, and they have been absolutely great for the last, well, 4 or 5 months. So I'm looking forward to using these. We've just received them today. And the other thing I was really excited about getting, you will have heard me moan incessantly about the Satnav in Albert the Audi being completely, well, not completely useless, but a bit rubbish really. You couldn't put a whole postcode in, so if you knew the postcode but not the street name, useless. You couldn't put a postcode in, because it would say, well, you could put half the postcode in and then you'd need to choose the street name. Mad. So we ended up setting it to go to city centres a lot, and then sort of redoing it on my phone to get to the place we actually wanted to go. That, however, is all going to end, because on occasion, you know, the Satnav would take us and the Caravan into places we didn't really want to go, not suitable, up little country lanes that we didn't want to go up, best not to go. Anyway, I'd heard about Satnav specifically for caravanners and campervanners, so I started to investigate that. Of course, my first port of call was TomTom, which is, to my mind, the sort of industry standard. But I was looking through and I'd heard they'd do a campervan special, a caravan special edition, and they did. They used to do it, not anymore. I phoned their customer service and said, yeah, what model should I buy? I've got a campervan, and oh, so yeah, sorry, we don't do that anymore, we don't make that. I said, but okay, so what do you make? Well, I don't know, we don't, you know, we've stopped doing that, but you can buy them still. Like, we've stopped making them, but you can go to a retailer and buy one. Why on earth would I do that, Mr. TomTom? Buy something you've stopped making and supporting. What's going on there? I asked them whether their truck version would do the same job. You know, you could put in the height, length and width of your vehicle, but then that was more tuned in to truckers, so it contained points of interest for truck stops, you know, where lorry drivers would want to go. You know, park overnight, get a cup of tea and a dinner and so on. Nothing really for the sort of holiday maker, campervanner, caravanner type person, which I think we're more like that than a trucker. Yeah, so points of interest for trucking, not really what we're looking for. So I did a bit more research and came across the Garmin. Well, I was reading some reviews on some forums on Campervan Fun and stuff like that, and the Garmin model seemed to be the one to go for. So I ordered this little baby, the Garmin 770 LMT-D. Now, the LMT stands for Lifetime Maps and Traffic. So you get lifetime updates. What lifetime means, it's the useful life of the product, not my lifetime. So lifetime to them means when they stop supporting it, that's the end of its life, so that you won't get any more maps after that time. Seems to be maybe 5 years, which seems fine. I'm happy with that. Inside the box, there's not really a lot inside the box. You get the device itself, which is that, and you get the windscreen sticker thing that hooks onto the thing. But let me show you. I was so excited to get it. I opened the box almost immediately and stuck it in the car. Actually, it's in the windscreen sticker stuck nicely on the screen of the of the Satnav that's in there already. So I'm using the Satnav in the car as a holder for this one. I thought it was quite amusing. But here it is. It's quite thin. It's a bit bigger than a mobile phone. It's bigger than my iPhone 6 Plus. It starts up pretty quick, so you just switch it on. There you go. You need to agree that you won't use it, you won't adjust it while you're driving, but it's a very big screen, clear, very clear maps, and yeah, so it really is, and this is totally tuned in
to highlighted route
to the type of vehicle you have, and it has points of interest for caravanners. So it will tell you where you're allowed to park, the speed limits for camper vans, on the road you're on, all sorts of stuff like that. It also has lists in it of so it has camper routing and warnings, motorhome campsites, and suggested attractions. So you'll see that there, along there. But also up here you'll see that it also contains motorhome facts. I don't know what that is, but also NKC, which I think is some sort of organisation for motorhome and caravanners. And then there's also the ACSI, ACSI, for motorhomers and caravanners, which is, I understand, is sort of European-wide organisation that you join, and you get an ACSI card. You can start ACSI sites, and you can use your ACSI card as proper identification in a lot of places. Instead of handing your passport over, you can hand your ACSI card, and that works just the same as a passport. So really excited to get that, and I really look forward to trying it out for the first time, because it's not just for camper vans. You can set it to car mode, so just to be ordinary car mode, and you can set it to car and caravan mode as well. So it will, you know, and you just tell it what size and shape your vehicle is, and it works out the best route for you, bearing in mind height, width, weight restrictions. Yeah, weight restrictions as well. So as we're getting a motorhome that's rated to 3,850 kilos total mass when it's travelling, that's nearly 4 tons, nearly 4,000 kilos. You don't want to go over a bridge that's rated at 3,000 kilos when you're at 3.5 tons, because you might actually break the bridge and collapse into a river or whatever. So it works all that stuff out for you. Anyway, so that's about it for what the exciting bits of today. We are now just relaxing for the evening. I'm going to dig my way into a bottle of Shiraz. This is the I think this is from Aldi. It's the Koolyburra Reserve Shiraz. Usually, I mean, this stuff with the little gecko thing on it, they're usually quite nice. It's I can't see it. Oh, it's 13% in terms of alcohol, and it's Style Guide B, so it's actually way down the scale on the light or full bodied. So I prefer it up at the full bodied end, when, you know, red wine for my taste should almost be chewable. That makes sense. A really heavy red wine, but I think this is going to be okay. Well, Why don't I just try it now before I say goodbye? These days, I think this cheap wine that you buy, you don't necessarily need to give it time to breathe. I'm not quite sure. Sometimes they do taste better after they've had time to breathe, and that means the wine's oxidizing and, you know, sort of gently going off, as it were. Yeah, really good aroma. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a really nice fruity wine. There's a little bit of acid at the end, a bit of sharp. Oh yeah, I could and probably will drink that whole bottle today. Cheers everybody, see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.